Mix.
And what happened yesterday concerning the card and the inspector?
So the inspector came yesterday, right? And he came down to do the inspection on the unit. I happened to be here and all too, right? And while being here, they're saying they did not come with the card for my unit and other units. So he couldn't do the inspection on that day. So I had to come back another week.
In response, the HDC said it offered potential residents relocation to its other developments. However, most, including Miss Rumble, chose to await placement at Carson Field. The HDC adds that on Tuesday, March 12, 2024, the Electrical Inspectorate completed and passed inspection at the site. HDC says its contractor is currently awaiting the approval certificate from the Inspectorate, which is to be submitted to TNTech to start electricity connection. HDC says it has been informed that the connection should be completed by Friday, March 22nd, 2024. Renessa Cutting, TV6 News.
I'll go back to the phone lines because I get a headache. Hello, good afternoon.
There could be problems. Let me get over here. Sorry. I agree there could be problems. But the woman is saying the child never had an eye problem. Did they ever test his eyes before? Suddenly is the HGC giving them the eye problem. And another thing, every day I have to be turning off my radio for Kingsley. Yesterday was the same thing. Today is the same thing. I'm sorry, but it really is a turn off. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Good afternoon.
Sabotage is not, it ever does.
The sabotage is not what?
I say the sabotage.
Uh-huh.
It have other places too, because watch at the property tax. Just so the thing fall through. People getting wrong evaluation and all kind of thing. And they always have to be reminding them that you take out that 10% and then you take away 3% from it. They have to remind big people, the man come on the meeting and he telling Dr. Rowley 20,000 for it. When you have a hospital or some kind of hotel or something, 20,000 he had to pay a month. It could never be that, but somebody in finance to get in trouble is all around. Not telling you. Look, I just now I'm gonna watch Parliament because they're gonna discuss bringing it down from 3 to 2%. After they done do all that, go to court, come back out, all that. Now you have to go and try to make it lower because people come in and lying. Well?
All right, caller. Thank you very much.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, caller. All right, you're not there. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello?
Hi, good afternoon.
Yeah. Why that woman accept that house without it have any electricity?
Well, because there are people who are desperate, and there are people who genuinely need a home.
Yeah, but the agency is saying they offer her alternative accommodation until the problem is rectified.
That is at Castle Field, and they haven't yet fulfilled their obligation.
What is it?
I said HEC has not fulfilled their obligation to move her.
I listen to her. You understand? And I understand the desperation. So you telling me you going in a house with a cooler and all of that? You are aware that you're going in there with that? You accept the blinking place in darkness?
Yeah, but even though you're saying that, and you're being unfair to the lady now, I'm being straight up with you. You're being unfair to her. Because if you go to, the AGC will call you to see the place. That's what they do. They would call you. Listen what AGC does do, AGC would call you, say, Mr. Henry, you have been allocated such and such place. We would like for you to come and do a viewing to see if the place is accommodating for you. So when you go, you will see the place, you will watch the rooms, you'll watch the toilet, you'll watch the kitchen, you'll watch the living room, you'll watch the outer yard, you'll watch behind the house. If it have a river caving in, if it don't have a river caving in, you watch everything. And then you sign off saying, yes, I will receive this house. Cool? After that, two things happen after that. One, the T&Tech inspect, the person who would AGC or T&Tech comes and inspect the house to ensure that, all right, it have no bad lighting, the contractor would have wired the house properly. Yes, this house is passed for a meter. They can't put a meter in a house without you signing off that you're accepting it. Because remember, the meter has to be on your name, not AGC name or not a ghost name. It has to be on your name. So after the inspector comes and he inspects the place and he say, okay, yes, the wiring is good, everything is intact, okay, we sign off on it, a meter would be placed on this house for Mr. Henry. After that, but remember, AGC said to her, we are in 2 weeks' time, we are going to ensure that such and such happens. That didn't. Who dropped the ball? You know they're blaming the government. You know they're blaming the minister.
So it's when they have all them handing over ceremony, will you just explain it? Guys, where the people don't know how to go through after? Hello?
You have to load on your radio because I'm getting a terrible feedback behind there.
When they have these handing over ceremonies in different locations, what you just explained is what the people them who going to own these houses, all them have to go back to that after the.
When you say go back through what?
The meter and all of this thing.
No, when you have to, you have to go.
Thanks for the education. I always thought when they get a house on the HDC, everything would have been in place, and then they get the keys.
But you remember, the meter has to be signed over to you.
Okay, I understand that. But I could accept that meter thing. So, I really thought they used to get a complete thing with everything in order.
Yeah, well, you do get everything in order, sir. But you do get everything in order, but everything has to be signed over to you in order for you to pay the utility bills.
Okay.
Long time it used to be where a TTMF would pay your utility bills for you for a period of time.
Okay. So we have a different system now, right?
Yeah.
And if I sung in that way, I apologize to the lead. All right? Okay?
Yeah, man. Thank you. But this has to do with, for me, I'm being honest, this whole scenario, somebody dropping the ball. Somebody within the HDC is dropping the ball. That's my issue. And I think they need to look into that. They need to look into that. Like yesterday. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So you're trying to say...
I ain't trying to say. I say what I say.
Right. So I trying to say that who gave out the houses? Who organized the ceremony?
AGC.
How AGC can give out houses?
But who does give out the houses?
The minister called that key distribution.
All right, thank you very much, caller.
The minister called the key distribution. But you're blaming AGC now?
All right, thank you, caller. Thanks. You know, somebody really, I don't know if Dr. Nan Gasby Dolly, I really pray God that you're listening, or somebody in the Ministry of Education listening, because apparently our education system, something is wrong with it, you know. Oh, there's a Ministry of Housing. The Ministry of Housing has directors, it have a CEO, it have a board of directors, it have people in charge of the ministry. The Ministry of Housing, they have an allocations manager, they have people, they have different departments. And the ministry would say, here what's going on. We are ready to give out these houses. These houses have been allocated. We are ready to give them out. Okay, we're having a ceremony. Let's call the minister and let her know that we're having a ceremony in San Fernando West or San Fernando East. We need to get on to the Member of Parliament for San Fernando East to be present at the handing over ceremony. How is the minister fault? I am trying to grapple my mind around something that, you know, something really, I don't know. I don't know. But I would say this, and I want you all to listen to me. I believe that if we want to blame the minister, here what I would say, Minister Camille Robinson Regis, you need to examine, or you need to check out what is going on in the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development. You need to check it out. I am saying to the minister today that you need to check it out, because something is adding up. Something
Pastor
adding
Google,
up.
you telling the population, the citizens of this country, that HGC just give out house, let people go in the house, and then put up a panel box?
You all hear me say that? You all heard me say that? Nah, I'm taking some calls. I want you all to listen to to how people that spin your words. And I'm going to save this voice note now, because I want people to listen how people that spin your words. Listen to what this man saying, I see. Listen to it.
Pastor Google, you telling the population, the citizens of this country, that HGC just give out house, let people go in the house, and then put up a panel box? That is what you telling the public, the general public, the listeners of 91.9. Pastor Google, HGC work for the government. When the government giving out the houses and them, the government supposed to be giving out a complete house with lights and everything, water. You don't give the people them a house that have no current and tell the people them you could go in and pack your things inside there, and 2 weeks time you get lights, and 5 months after they get the lights. Who to blame, the agency? Don't be a dunce now. You have to blame the PNM for that and the government.
I hear you. I hope you're listening. I hope you're listening. I will mark the phone lines. Hello, good afternoon.
This is what I am saying. You cannot give out a unit that is incomplete. It can make any sense. I understand all you said just now. Give the people a house that have the lights and everything completed. And tell me when you have to put a meter, the same meter that you have to put into your name on that house. Do all of that, put the meter, you come into that house. Why that has to be done after? That never used to happen. People not getting a complete unit. And I don't know who to blame, but it sounds fake. It's not like when you give me a key, give me a complete unit.
All right, so blame the minister.
I'm not, no. So
blame the government. That's what everybody's saying. Blame the government.
No.
Oh.
The minister might be doing his best. And it might have other people there might be trying to derail the whole thing. I don't think no government or nothing. This is common sense. If you're giving me a house, give me a complete unit. How the hell you could give me a house to go in with no electricity? Since when that happening? We don't hear long. How long that happening here? It's not so right. And I'm not blaming Mr. Robinson Regis. I'm not blaming she.
Okay, sir.
Have a nice day.
No, don't blame the minister. Blame Kamala. That Kamala fault. That is rural Monilala and them fault. The shit they started off that so, and that Monilala and them fault Pastor Google. Blame the UNC for that.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Google. You know, English language is an easy thing, but it's hard to understand. If my name is John Harry, and I get invited to come and receive the keys for a house, right? Hello? Yes.
Caller, go ahead,
Yes.
please.
Yes, Google. If the day in question I decide I'm not going, they wouldn't give me the keys to the house. It is so clear. You come, you see, you view, you're getting the keys to the house. And the process is they will have to come with the electorate inspector and whatever. You sign your name as to the person who taking the house, so the light bill will come on your name. Like some people don't understand that. They cannot give the light bill to a bird flying in the sky. Some people just trying to be difficult, just difficult. Like they didn't go to school. Enjoy.
Thank you very much, caller. I don't know, I must be. What? Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Pastor Google. Pastor Google, good afternoon. But how you lady get the keys in the first place? And the place without open?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Hi, good afternoon.
So, the government paying, no, first and first, Trinidadians are waiting to hear 2 and 3 silent stories. They'll say one thing, and there's what the government, because they're so willing to blame the government for everything. But, so what is people in agency, let me say, what's going on there is true. What is government have to do with that? When agency is a separate state board than the government. So the Prime Minister was one catch every criminal. The Prime Minister is going to the hospital and he is sick, lazy dead. Right? You know, Donald Trump said one thing, but it's a soul country. And that's the right thing for people so stupid, boy. Not telling stupid people we dealing with. You want me to get to say the first story?
Alright, caller, thanks very much. I so think I tell you listen, there was wrong with me. So there was I have to laugh. Because if I don't laugh, I will get vexed. And people will say, and let the people raise up blood pressure. I have a caller with holding on here. Yeah, I have a caller holding here. Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon to you, Pastor Google.
Good afternoon. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, Pastor Google. I hope that you hear me clearly. Pastor Google, just what you believe, to me, according to evidence which I would tell you about just now, I believe there are people within not only HDC, several other government institutions. Sabotage is being continually being done by those who are looking to make the government bad. Let me give you a simple example.
You had to do quick, Mr. Paul Espin.
Yeah, very quick. Well, I was waiting for over 40 minutes. Hello? Yes. One of my dear relatives passed away a few years ago. I was called by an individual, name not to be called, to come inside there because there are benefits that are going towards my wife. And they want to know if she's still alive. I went inside there, speaking about it, and another person came up and told me, but mister, we have the evidence where your wife passed away a whole year or something. Who called you and tell you that that person is looking to have something dishonest done? And this is what I realized. There was no connection whatsoever that the money was going toward, because we had already went and show them the death certificate for the person that died. So Pastor Google, it have those, and I have to back up about 2 times. He is one, everyone stand up. Don't believe a thing from him. Thank you very much. I'm sorry I have more to say, but I can't say.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Paul Espin.
Pastor Google, good afternoon to you and your listeners. Pastor Google, I got my house under the UNC government, not UNC, partnership, under the partnership government. I got my keys. No, I got a letter. I was called to a handing over ceremony. I got a letter saying that my house is on lot number whatever. I have been recipient of whatever. Okay? A year after, I was called in to say, come in and sign whatever documents. 6 months later, I was called in to say, go and collect your keys. Pastor Google, I collected my keys. I moved into the house. And for 6 months after that, I had to keep calling. My other neighbor, we had a tag team where we would call fire services. Our water tanks were placed in the front of the house, and fire services used to come and fill up water for us until Wassa, the people in Wassa, who working in Wassa with a manager and a supervisor and everything, decided that they were going to connect our water. Meanwhile, we were paying HDC. Okay? And then we would ask to go over to TTMF, and TTMF was paying the water rate and the light bill. So this issue of people say the government should give you the complete house. I was a recipient of a house under the partnership government, and hello, it didn't have no water for months. My tank was in front of the house, and we used to beg fire services to come and fill up our tanks until Wassa decided that they were going to connect the water. And that was not before both myself and the other tenant keep going back and forth between Wassa and HDC, The minister was no part of that. So I don't know how now everybody's so surprised that people get house and the house in no water and the house in no light. That has been the procedure, and now it's good. You're getting your keys. At that time, I didn't get any keys. I get a letter saying I have been, congratulations, you have been allocated a house, so, lot number, whatever. I'm driving past and I'm watching it. They finish it. They take whoever to finish. So I don't know what's the big thing now, because it's the PNM government, everybody having a problem.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Pastor Gogo, good afternoon. You know, it was saying that there is none so blind like those who refuse to see. When you build in a house like a private house, you have to get your plans drawn and you have to get approved in your name. All that will be in your name. Then you go to the bank, you look for a loan if you're looking for a loan, and everything in your name, all the documents in your name. Then you have to go to T&Tech if you want to put a pole to get current for the builders to work with. You have to put a pole in your place. T&Tech have to come and show you where to put that pole. And when you put the pole, you get a connection in your name. So from before, everything is done in your name. So that is why when you're doing a private thing, everything work out fine. But when you get in a house from the government, they build a house, they didn't build it in your name. Nothing wasn't in your name. So you had to get things organized. So I could understand what's going on.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, nah, this is so interesting, eh?
Pastor Google, I blame the minister. All you're putting confidence in people who undermining all you. All you need to check up on people. And to them the little boy that calling out dance this started here. You say nothing good for the government, but yet you, them two little boys, and even when they educate people, all you're just talking nonsense. I hear them two little boys talking the other day. The UNC bill, the teaching hospital, Mr. Manning bill left for your information, but you wouldn't educate.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Pastor Google.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yes, my dear Pastor Google boy. I am tired. Why? You know, I listen to other frequencies and so on. You mustn't take that kind of abuse. That is unacceptable. You think they could call 95.5 Dale and Tony? Man, they will give them some, speak to them in a manner so harsh. They wouldn't dare. You mustn't take that kind of abuse. No. In every ministry, there is how you call this person? Oh God, they just slipped me. I'm so annoyed. Person in charge. You have a manager, and you have this person in charge of the ministry. They are the ones. A minister go on what you call micromanage, right? The day-to-day runnings of the ministry. You have a chain of command, and they do their duty. So people should know where to have to dictate and to point their fingers on who really is supposed to do what they have to supposed to do. You know? Not a minister. They can't micromanage. They could lose their job. You know, Dr. Rowley don't play. If you go in there and interfere with the day-to-day running, you know, of the ministry, you could be put out. Right? So the kind of abuse that you are subjected to is not right. Okay? So
Thank you very much.
I mean, you have patience more than Job.
Thank you.
Right? The people must know what it is they must be doing. Thank you.
All right. Hello, good afternoon.
Pastor Google, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I answered good afternoon.
Yeah, but I hear it. Pastor Google, I hear how vexed you does get when people twist your words. But yesterday, you twist my words. When I told you the people of Digomate was vexed that Dr. Rowley makes Siparia a borough.
You said Digo Martin. I will pull back the tape.
Play it back.
I will play it back. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you. Hello, good afternoon. What you called to say? Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I don't know what happens now with HDC houses.
Uh-huh.
But I got a house in La Hocketa, that is years ago.
Uh-huh.
And every day the T&Tech van coming in and everybody running out to see the name on the list. We didn't get all that, but that was years ago, eh?
You're not
and
nice.
from the time you see the yellow van come in,
you're not nice,
and
lady.
we did that for weeks.
You're not
keep
nice.
our name on the list.
You're not nice. Sorry to laugh, eh? But the way you say it, you make it.
What we used to do, like on a moonlight night, all the neighbors used to come out.
Miss Lady.
I had a cousin living in the first set of single houses. We used to have to carry our meat there by her fridge. And every time I have to cook, I have to ride down the road to get my meat.
All right,
But that was years ago because of the La Hocketa houses.
All right, well, thanks very much. You make me laugh. Thanks for making me laugh.
Yes, it's laugh, yeah, because it's weeks we went on like that.
Thank you.
Okay, take care now.
All right, hello, good afternoon.
Dear Pastor Gogo, if the people and the visitor are not satisfied with the houses, are people gladly want these houses, you know? It's a people gladly, I know thousands of people need these houses because they're paying rent and they want to come out of rent where they could have something of their own, right?
Yeah, man.
If they don't want the houses, please make a request to tell the agency to give us these houses, just so it is,
Wow.
right?
All right. You know, somebody sent a message on Facebook. They said TTMF paid, Marida, TTMF paid my WASA bill unit, and I am finished paying off them the bill. So this person saying when they got the house, TTMF used to pay their WASA bill. Hello, good afternoon. Hi, good afternoon.
This is such a problem the lady had, how nobody else in a similar position is calling in? How nobody else? Is only she in that position?
No, I think it's they had another young man who would have spoken to the reporter also.
Spoken. Okay, so 2 out of all the people?
I think it's the well, let me don't say that, but
well, you can't say that because nobody else is calling in.
Yeah.
All the people who are calling in are from different areas. I mean, I empathize, but I am just looking to see if I had a problem similar, I would call in.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if anybody else has a problem, they could call in because, I mean, you're giving them a chance to say.
Yes.
I mean, it's not something that you want to talk about. I'm sure you don't want to talk about it, the way it's going.
Yes.
But I can't understand how out of all the people that have the problem, it's 2 people, 1 lady and 1 man. Where the others?
I think over the weekend I would do my investigations. But thanks very much for your call.
You're most welcome, Pastor.
Right,
have a good
bye-bye.
weekend. Bye.
We paying a minister over 50.
You see this nonsense? I go on only. Should you love up next?
As the season changes, let's continue to show that ocean of unity for each other. Let's harmonize that sweet rhythmic sound that comes from deep within, that reflects togetherness, getting back to the issues that matter the most. One mission, one station, The Street 919 FM.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
Conscious Talk, where we are at and where we are going. After a storm, there is a calm. Where there is darkness, light follows. Where there is evil, good overcometh. It's Conscious Talk with Steve Antoine. Every Thursday from 10:25 a.m. to 10:55 a.m. It's Conscious Talk. Conscious Talk.
Yo, this is the Big Mike, not the Mass Man, the Health Man. And joining me
will be Little Mike as we discuss tips on taking you from zero health to optimum health using different protocols and techniques. Trinidad and Tobago. Join us every Wednesday from 10:05 a.m. to 10:35 a.m. on the Street 91.9 FM for
Health Talk with Big Mike. It's not where it is, it's here it is. Boom!
Lent is here, and the castle is making